What's going on, everybody? How you doing? In today's video, we're doing a donation request. This is for Christopher. Christopher asked for something I think is going to make a bunch of people happy. This is Genesis. This is the song Supper's Ready. People have mentioned this song before to me. I have not checked it out. Nobody has specifically requested it like how Christopher has, the proper way. Which I'll give you details of how to do in a minute. Christopher says, just found your YouTube channel. Nice to see that you're discovering Genesis. This may not be the first request for Supper's Ready, but you just have to do it. I suggest the Susie version off of Foxtrot, although there are great live versions by Gabriel, Genesis Live, and Collins, Seconds Out. To me, it's the greatest composition of all time. You will be blown away on first listen, but likely won't completely get it. Takes many listens, and at 24 minutes is a significant commitment, but it is worth it. Genesis fan for 38 years, and I listen to this song incessantly. Okay, so hopefully I'm doing the right version. I got this Supper's Ready Foxtrot official audio. So hopefully I'm doing the right version. I think I am. I don't see anything that specifically says Susie or whatever. Susie version. Hopefully I'm doing the right thing. Okay, so before I get into more information, if you're new here, please subscribe. Check out my videos, all kinds of videos, reaction videos, bass videos, music videos. Check it out. If you like the channel, you want to support the channel, you can hit super thanks underneath this video. You can hit me direct in the description. I got PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, Amazon wishlist, mailing address, and I do donation requests just like this one. So if there's something you want me to listen to, watch, talk about, hit me direct, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. In the notes section, leave a link, leave a description, let me know what you want the video to be on, and I'll make the video like this one. Wow, amazing. Okay, so Supper's Ready is a song by the band Genesis from their 1972. Oh yeah, it's gonna be good, huh? Fourth album, Foxtrot, contains 7 sections, is the band's longest song, almost filling the entire second side of the album's original vinyl release. It has been a fan favorite since its release and has been described as the band's undisputed masterpiece, with keyboardist Tony Banks referring to part of it as probably our peak. Wow. In an interview, Peter Gabriel summed up Supper's Ready as a personal journey which ends up walking through scenes from Revelation in the Bible. I'll leave it at that. He was also quoted in the book I Know What I Like by Armando Gallo as saying that the song was influenced by an experience his wife had of sleeping in a purple room and the nightmares it gave her. Okay. The band performed the song regularly on stage for several years. Subsequently, live versions appear on the albums Live at the Rainbow, recorded in 73, Seconds Out, recorded in 77, the compilation, okay, yeah, lots of structure. Nearly 23 minutes in length, the song is divided into 7 sections. A number of musical and lyrical themes reappear throughout. The melody of the verse in section 1 reappears as flute. Okay, all this stuff. Wow, this is a lot. I feel like I just need to listen to it. Okay, so we got Peter Gabriel, lead vocals, flute, bass drum, tambourine, oboe. Wow, he plays oboe. Wow. Does he make his own reeds? That would be impressive. Phil Collins, drums. Okay, Tony Banks, Steve Hackett, Mike Rutherford. All right, so we still got Peter Gabriel at this time. Okay, let's check this out. Let's see what this is about. This is going to be, I already feel like this is going to be a lot, and it's going to be one of those what's going on here kind of songs. So let's just get to this. Genesis, Supper's Ready. Bam.
Walking across the sitting room, I turn the television off. Sitting beside you, I look into your eyes as the sound of motor cars fades in the night time. I swear I saw your face change. It didn't seem quite right. And it's hello babe, with your guardian hair so blue. Hey my baby, don't you know our love is true? Coming closer with our eyes, a distance falls around our bodies. Out in the garden, the moon seems very bright. 6 saintly shrouded men move across the lawn slowly. The seventh walks in
I like the vocals.
with a
That
cross
doubling, I like
in
that.
hand, and it's, hey babe, your supper's waiting for you. Hey my baby, don't you know our love is true? I've been so far from here, far from your warm arms. It's good to feel you again. It's been a long, long time, hasn't it? Harvest. I know a fireman who looks after the Can't you see his food? Yes, he's here again. Can't you see his food you owe? Sharing his peace, sign the lease. He's a supersonic scientist. He's a guaranteed eternal sanctuary man. Look into my mouth, he cried. And all the children lost on many paths. I bet my life you'll walk inside, hand in hand, gland in gland, with a spoonful of miracles. He's a guaranteed eternal sanctuary.
Rock you, little snake. We will keep you snug and warm.
Where wearing feelings on our faces while our faces took a rest. We walked across the fields to see the children of the West. We saw a host of dark-skinned warriors standing still below the ground. Waiting for battle. Fights begun, they've been released, killing for peace. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. And they're giving me a wonderful potion, 'cause I cannot contain my emotion. And even though I'm feeling good, something tells me I better activate my prayer capsule. Today's a day to celebrate the foe have met their fate. Order for rejoicing and dancing has come from our warlord. Wandering in the chaos the battle has left, we climb up the mountain of human flesh to a plateau of green grass and green trees full of life. A young figure sits still by a pool. He's been stamped human bacon by some butchery tool. He is you. Social security took care of this lad. We watch in reverence as Narcissus is turned to a flower. A flower? If you go down to Willow Farm to look for butterflies, There's mum and dad and good and bad, and everyone's happy to be here. There's Winston Churchill dressed in drag. He used to be a British flag. Plastic bag, what a drag. The frog was a prince. The prince was a brick. The brick was an egg. The egg was a bird.
I'll raise you sweet little thing and part of your tail.
And you heard?
Protect you to a human being.
Yes, we're happy as fish, gorgeous as geese, wonderfully clean in the morning. We've got everything, we're growing everything. We've got some in, we've got some out, we've got some wild things floating about. Everyone, we're changing everyone. You name them all, we've had them here. And the real stars are still to appear. Feel your body melt.
Mum to mud to mud.
To dad, dad in the office, dad in the office. You're all full of ball. Dad to dad,
Dum to mum. Mum diddly washing, mum diddly washing.
you're all full of ball. Let me hear your lies. We're living this up to the eyes. Mama, I want you now. As you listen to my voice, to look for hidden doors, tidy floors, more applause. You've been here all the time. Like it or not, like what you got, you're under the soil. It's deep in the soil. So we'll end with a whistle and end with a bang, and all of us fit in our places. eyes. Hey, babe, with your guardian eyes so blue. Hey, my baby, don't you know our love is true? I've been so far from here, far from your loving arms. Now I'm back again. And babe, it's gonna work out fine. Can't you feel our souls ignite? Shedding ever-changing colors in the darkness of the fading night. Like the river joins the ocean as the germ in the sea grows. We finally be free to get back home. There's an angel standing in the sun, and he's crying with a loud voice. This is the supper of the mighty one, Lord of lords, King of kings, has returned to lead his children home, to take them to the new Jerusalem.
Wow. All right. Look at that. I heard it. Wow. I mean, there's a lot there, obviously. Kind of like what you said, you'll be blown away on first listen, but likely won't get it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, yep. Yeah, thank you for that. I really liked the beginning, and then the end, like most of the end was really cool. That key solo on was just really, really, really freaking cool. There was some stuff in the middle that, I don't know exactly where. I was following along with the lyrics. I was trying to follow along with the lyrics and also like roughly what section we were in. Like roughly. It was a little bit weird because I had to like go back and forth between a bunch of things, but like I tried. Yeah, I was following the lyrics though, just so I kind of knew where I was, but it's still like so much to absorb in one listen. It really is. It's so much. Yeah, the beginning I really liked, and that whole amp from the solo on was just really freaking cool. That solo was awesome. That was like super cool. Just that whole Apocalypse in 9/8, that was freaking awesome. It was freaking awesome. Yeah, I mean, the last 8 minutes at least of the song was really freaking cool. Yeah, really cool. There was stuff in the middle that I kind of was like, okay. I feel like you're a little bit losing me here. Maybe it's the kind of thing where, you just listen to it more, and you just like get it. The more you listen to it, the more you get, all that kind of thing. So yeah, I can see that. Very cool though. Yeah, really cool. The whole end section, that was just really awesome. And the whole first part was really nice too. I like that also. The end kind of brought the beginning back, it seemed like, because talking about, hey, babe, baby, talking about, our love is true, all that kind of thing. And he goes back into that. And it's, hey, babe, with your guardian eye. So, hey, my baby, I'm back again. It's going to work out fine. So, all that kind of thing. Right? It kind of felt the same. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, it was just like parts in the middle section. I'm sure you could tell where I'm just like, kind of like, but then like you start seeing me just start moving because it's like, oh yeah, this is okay. All right. Okay. All right. Very cool. Yeah, that whole 9/8-bit, the solo was just freaking awesome. Just the drums and the keys and like that low whatever bass thing that was. What was that? I'm not even sure exactly what it was. Bass, Mr. Bassman bass pedals, those things, whatever. I bet you it was those. That was super cool, like really cool. Really liked it. Oh, so this was before the Taurus pedals. Yeah, it was really cool. Loved it. First listen, there it is. I mean, yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot to take in, to take in at once. It's a lot to take in at once. Somebody I see in the comments over here put prog rock masterpieces, and I'm like, okay, I think I've heard 3 of them. I just didn't, like for me, prog rock was Dream Theater. That was it. I listened to Dream Theater, and I left them when I went to college, so Pink Floyd, I didn't really get into Pink Floyd. I'm not like a super Pink Floyd fan. I'm really not. Somebody said that I'm a classic rock musician. I almost like spit while I was drinking out. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, am I? Okay. I don't know. I mean, I guess I've played some classic rock for sure, but I don't know. I don't think like that. I just don't. What I've absorbed and listened to is like super eclectic, but yet not full. Like I don't, I didn't get into these bands, so it's like, okay, like yeah, I listen to Zeppelin, Stones, and not even all Stones. I didn't even get into Stones until I was in my late 20s. I didn't get into the Beatles even until I was like at college. Because all I heard was like their pop stuff, their early stuff, and I wasn't super into it. But then I got into their drug stuff, and I was like, oh, this is amazing. Who else is considered classic rock? Jimi Hendrix. Yeah, okay, yeah. I grew up with Jimi Hendrix for sure. My dad was listening to Jimi Hendrix. Toto, Doobie Brothers. I grew up with those guys. And then I got into jazz and R&B like super heavy, and like funk and jazz and R&B, like super heavy. And even that's like this endless, it's all endless. It's like, I'm sure there's a ton of that I missed. It's just music is never ending. So it's, it's impossible. You're always going to find something that somebody hasn't heard. And I don't care how professional or how incredible you think they are as musicians or whatever. I guarantee you there's stuff that they haven't heard that you're going to be like, what? You haven't heard that? Because that's just what it is. I've had this conversation on the channel a million zillion times. But yeah, Pink Floyd Echoes, Genesis Supper's Ready, which now I've heard. Wow. Yes, Close to the Edge. I am pretty sure I've heard that. Jethro Tull, Thick as a Brick. Didn't get into Jethro Tull. I've heard Aqualung because I performed it, but I heard it because I performed it. That was it. It was like, hey, let's do this song, Aqualung. Let's check it out. And it's like, okay, all right. Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Tarkus, another band I never got into. Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Maybe I know some of it, but Rush 2112, yes, I know that now. King Crimson, didn't get into King Crimson. Starless. Vandergraaf Generator. Somebody actually requested a Vandergraaf Generator. So I've heard one of their tracks. The song they're talking about here is A Plague of Lighthouse Keepers. Yeah, so I don't really know that band either. And Genesis, I mean, I don't know a lot of Genesis. I used to play with guys that were into Genesis and Rush, but they didn't like hit me to them like at all. it was probably more like, oh, you don't know those bands? Like, oh, wow, yeah, I really like that, and that was it. That was it. They weren't like, oh, yeah, listen to this, or like in a car ride, like play it or something like that. It wasn't like that. Anyways, this was really cool. Yeah, those last 8 minutes, that whole end was really incredible. That was awesome. That was pretty awesome alone. So, cool. Awesome. Amazing. Thank you guys. Hopefully you thought it was cool. I'm sure if you're checking this out, you're into Genesis. I've said this before, the Genesis is on a short list for me. I'm still not there yet. Still have a lot of rush to do. So I'm not sure what's going to happen when that's over, how that's going to work. Still got a bit to go. So we'll get to that when we get there. But until then, I'll catch you in the next video.